So we will see the pending task of file handling system. So file handling is not completed. So far we completed two things. One is how to create a file, and the second one is how to write the data into the file and how to read the data from the file system by using streams, file output stream and file input stream. So because of this process, by using the streams, we need to convert the entire string into bytes, and again while reading the data we need to convert the each byte into char. So there is a lot of conversion is happening, correct? So char to bytes and bytes to char. So there is a lot of conversion is happening. So this is one disadvantage, and the second disadvantage is there is no specific formats. If you want to add one new line while writing the data into the file system, so here there is no such kind of facility. So this is the last example what we did. So when we are writing the data into, not this one, where is your file system? Yes, this is the one. Yes, streams. Yes, this is your example. So here how we are converting the data, how we are reading, how we are writing the data. So first we are considering data is in string format, and we are converting entire data into, we are converting entire data into bytes, correct?
Right.
After that we are taking file output stream and we are passing the file name. So which file we need to create. After that we are writing the data as a byte format. So
Right.
all is a byte, right? So we are writing as a byte. Then we are closing the stream. So the file will be created here.
Right.
So after that, how we are reading? So we are reading the data by using file input stream. For input stream, we are giving the file name. So what file we created? So this is the file we created. So we are trying to read data from this file by using the input stream. So while reading the input stream, we are reading each character by character. Character means here byte. So we are reading each byte by byte. So there is a lot of, if you have 1000 characters, so we need to iterate this loop 1000 times, correct?
Right.
Also we need to convert each byte to char. So it's a lot of time consuming process. It's a lot of conversion is happening, so it will give a lot of delay, and there is a lot of network calls also will happen here. So to avoid this situation, we have another way of creating file and reading the file by using the buffering system.
No, file buffering.
Yes, file buffering system. So we will see. 1 second. Yeah, we have another a process called file buffering system. By using that one, we can able to avoid all this disadvantage, like converting the string into the bytes, and also we don't have any special characters like a new line formatting characters and all while writing the data. So we can able to avoid all those things by using the buffering system. So we will see that example. So let me src com test. So here I'm going to write another class called buffering system or buffer file handling something. So com.test.buffer. So this is our package, com.test.buffer. So inside that I'm going to give buffer demo, and I'm going to select public static void main. So it will generate the default method, okay, and finish it. So this is clear, right? The stream demo is clear, right? How we are writing the data.
Right. How inputting the data, how outputting the data.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So basically, we are using a stream mechanism. So there is a lot of disadvantages there. To overcome that disadvantage, we are going for some different approach. So first we will write the program. After that, we will see the advantage of this process. So here we need to pass the file object. So let me create a file. Which file you want to create? File f equal to new file. So here we need to give the file name. I want to give the file name as abc, or yeah, I can give abc.text. If abc is already there, so I'll give xyz. So why? Because
Mm.
abc is there already, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm giving some different file so that it will be good. So abc.txt, and this I want to create this file. So pass here file object. So
Okay.
this is your file.
Just a quick question. Whenever
Sorry,
you said
file writer. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, whenever you said the xyz dot
Mhm,
txt, right? I
mhm.
could put it in the XLS, right?
You can write. You can
Okay.
write Word also.
Okay.
You can write here doc also. It doesn't matter if you want to put. You can doc also. But because doc file, right? When you are trying to open in that file, it will take more time, right?
Oh,
So
that's
if you
why I
want to
put
see the
the
data, yeah,
timeline.
that's what I kept here. Make it simple. Just like a text file. So you can keep any file.
Okay. Okay.
Even you can put RTF also, rich text format also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have to use file writer here to write the data into file system. So if you see here, right, file writer is having a constructor and which will take a parameter as a file input, one argument. Okay. And if you see this constructor, right, it's raising an exception of compile time IO exception. See, there is error, correct?
Because
So
of
to
this file.
yes, yes, it is throwing some exception. The exception type is IO exception, and this is a compile time exception. So to fix that one, we need to provide a try catch for this line number 12, correct?
Right.
So you no need to write try catch explicitly. So just keep cursor here. Then if you see here, right, add throw exception or surround with try catch. Just select second option. So Eclipse will generate the default code try catch and with exception as a catch block. Then the error will be gone. Okay, now come back here down. So after that, what we have to do, we have to write the data. So far just file will be created. So now we have to write the data. To write the data, we have another mechanism called buffer writer.
Right.
Buffer writer, buffer writer equal to new buffer writer, and this buffer writer is a class, and all these classes are available in Java IO package only. Okay, and
Right.
buffer writer is a class, and it is having one constructor with an argument called file
Okay.
writer.
Yeah.
So now your writer is ready. Now let me prepare some data. String str1 equal to hi. So I want to write first hi, and string str2 equal to hello to all, and string str2 sorry 3. So variable name we should not give capital. So we have to start with all lowercase. This is the standard. So if you are creating any variable, so you have to write a variable name always with lowercase.
It doesn't matter for
Your code will work, but if someone will review your code, so they will give a review comments.
for the not writing the variable in a
Lowercase.
lowercase.
So basically, it is a kind of standards.
Okay.
So we need to follow. Variable name is a lowercase, and class name is always uppercase, and method name is always lowercase.
Okay.
So these are the coding standards. If someone will see, if you have some 7 years of experience, 8 years or 10 years, if you make this small mistake, it's very silly mistake.
Okay.
It not it I mean it not looks good. So that's what we need to maintain some standard. Also, we should not give the variable name like a string str1, str2. We have to give some proper name like a customer, user,
Yeah, something that
advisor.
we get
Yes.
according to
So
the
this is
method.
just for our demo testing purpose, right? So I'm giving str1, 2, 3, but generally we should not give names like this.
Okay.
We have to give some meaningful name like customer, user, advisor, credit card, something like that. Some meaningful name.
Right.
So because if they'll give comment, your code will work 100% perfectly, but the standard you are not following.
Yep.
So that is very, very important. So they will not check logic. They will see this kind of small silly mixed only to point other people, correct? So we should not give that chance to other people. So now I want to write this data, these 3 lines into my document. Okay, now go to here, buffered writer dot. So here there is a option called write and pass here str1. So directly you can pass your string. So you no need to convert the string into bytes. Just write string1. So what data you want to write? So now the
Okay.
high will be saved into this document.
Okay. So you pretty much using you at first you implemented the file, right? File
Yes,
writer.
yes, yes,
And
yes,
then you put that in a try catch fr equal new file writer and then buffer writer b.
yes.
And then you assigning that variable a new buffer writer. Okay.
Data basically.
Okay.
So here, if you don't want, you can skip the variables and you can write the data directly here. That is also fine.
No, I think this is good. This is, I think,
Just for our understanding purpose, I want to write 3 lines. So I make it 3 variables. If you don't want to maintain any variables, then directly write here. Say hi. It is also fine.
okay.
So if
Makes
you
sense.
don't want to main this kind of variables, you can delete the variables, and you can write like this hi, and whatever you want to write here, you can copy this data. Meaning here you no need to convert the string into bytes. In previous case, what we did, we converted the data into string, right? Bytes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's unnecessary lot of conversion we are doing. Okay, now you can remove these variables. Okay, now here I want to tell you one more point. See, after hi, I want to add one next line. So if you're not adding next line, what will happen, in your text file, so it will add like this, hi, hello, how are you? It will add like this in one line.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to add after hi, I want to come to the next line. After hello, how are you? After that, I want to come to next line. Something like this. So we
Okay.
need to add some
So,
new line character, right?
right.
So to add that new line, I think here we have some mechanism. Let's see, we have so many formatting characters.
Isn't it like we could do is like
Yes,
system int and then put that?
just add new line.
Oh, okay.
So it will come to the next data will come to the next line. It will not add here. After hi, it will not add. It will come to the next line. So we
Okay.
have a lot of file formatting characters. Even if you don't want to add this one, so there is another way to add /n. Does it take it?
I think you put it in the code. That's why.
Mm, maybe in uppercase. Yes. So even if you put /n, right? So the next data, whatever you are trying to add, thank you. After data XYZ. So this XYZ will come into the next line because of this new line character.
Hmm.
So whether you want to add explicitly new line or you can add /n, so that the data will come to the next line.
Okay.
Okay, after that we have to close the stream buffer. The main advantage of here, right? So if you are writing here some 1 GB of data, So the 1 GB will be saved into a buffer. So it will take 10 MB, 5 MB, something like that. So
Right.
entire data it will not load into the memory. It will maintain a buffering system, one 10 MB, 20 MB, something like that. It will load and it will write the data into the file system so that the network traffic will be very less.
Okay.
So that is called same, right? In your operating system, you have a RAM, right? Some 3 GB, 4 GB, or in your laptop or machine, 5 or 8, some GB is there, right? So
Right.
whenever you are trying to see the movie, or whenever you are trying to watch videos in a YouTube, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you will see the buffering system, correct?
Right.
So it will not load entire movie into your machine. So it will, whenever you keep on watching the movie, but it's still trying to get the parts of memory from the YouTube server, correct?
Right.
It's called buffering. But still you are watching the movie, it is trying to get the next part of movie, next piece of movie, correct?
Right. While it's loading and I'm watching it. Okay.
Yes, this is called buffering system. It's very good. So user will not see the delay, and it is not trying to load entire the, we should not say to the user, please wait, I mean entire movie should download, then only we have to watch. We should not give that kind of condition, correct?
Right.
So even it is loaded 2% also, user can able to see that one.
Mm-hmm.
We should not wait until loading 100%, right?
All right.
So people don't like that kind of things. So that's what it will maintain internally buffering system, and it will load the data so that user will not feel delay.
Right.
Okay, now let me add one sysout. Data writing is done. Okay, now let me execute this program, whether we will see whether data is, so data writing is done. Now go to here and yes, it is created, right? It is created, and the size of the document is some 32 bytes. Okay, now let me open it. So it is not opening. So we can able to see our data, right?
Right.
So because of that, we have a formatting characters. So say for instance, if you want to add in bold, italic, all those things also, we can able to write the data. So bold, how we will add? So it's a kind of, I think it should follow bold style, I guess. So let me rerun this program. Okay, let me reopen the file. Again, we need to copy the new generated file. Refresh. I don't know whether bold will add like this or not. Just I'm trying. Okay, now let me reopen this document. No, it's not adding basically. This is a HTML tag. So we
Right.
here we have only the new line character. So if you want to write the data into the new line, so you can able to write by using this new line character and all. And if you want to see how what are the different methods is there, you can just freeze here. Append, close, push, get class, hash code, notify, write. So these are the methods available. So basically we have some formatting mechanism, new line, correct?
Right.
So this is the advantage of buffering system. This is a way to write the data into buffering system. So now we will see how to read the data, from the buffering system. While reading also same, it is same like a YouTube. I mean YouTube it will follow. If you have 1 GB of data in this document, so it will try to read 10 MB, 20 MB, 30 MB like that. So it will not read entire data into buffer. So it will try to read 10 MB part of MBs so that you will not see any delay, correct?
Right.
Okay, now I will write how to read the data.
Just a quick
Yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah.
Is this am I able to add the new line like BW line, new line, right?
Yes,
Is it because of using the buffer
yes,
writer
yes, yes,
method,
yes. Buffer
or
writer.
that, yeah, or it's not able, I'm not able to use the same method in a different code, right? Different input or output folder or something, right?
Input output folder. The previous one stream you are telling.
Yeah, probably in that case, can I use that same
You
line?
can use, but you don't have this kind of methods. If you see in your previous example, right? So you don't have new line mechanism. So you have only write, I guess. So okay, let me enable
Right,
this one. So you don't have new line character here. New line method you don't have. So why? Because here you need to convert the entire data into bytes, right? So
right.
so here if you go here, right? So did you see any new line here? After n only notify something is that there is no new line, only write.
Oh, okay. So that method is exists for that
Extra
part.
one, it's additional one.
Oh, okay. I see. All right,
Uh,
makes sense.
and also a lot of the buffering system, and we can avoid a lot of conversions, correct?
Right.
So here we are not doing any conversion of data, just we are writing plain text.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the advantage between streams and buffers. Okay, this is clear, right? How to write the data.
Correct.
Okay, now we are going to read the data from this XYZ document. So now writing part I commented. Now our file is done. Our file creation is done, correct?
Right.
Now we now need to execute this piece of code. So how to read the data? File reader. For equal to new file reader. And which file you want to read? I want to read F with XYZ document. So we have to give the file object, correct?
All right.
After that we have to write buffered reader. Buffer reader equal to new buffered reader, and we have to pass the file reader object.
When you said the reader, that means I'm getting those folder from the different places, and then
Yes,
I'm just reading it.
yes.
Okay.
Right now it is there in the same project, so that I'm not giving any C colon XYZ. You can give any location here.
Right. 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 Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we have a buffer reader. Now we have to read line by line. So here in the previous case, how we are reading each character we are reading, correct?
Right.
You see the stream, right? So how we are reading? We are reading each character. See, read means it will give one character. For
Mm-hmm.
that, it is give one byte. We are converting that byte to char.
Right.
So we are reading character by character. Whereas in case of buffering system, we can able to read line by line.
Mm-hmm.
It will give more performance, right? Instead of reading one char, converting that byte to char, and here directly it will give one line and you can print it. So let me read it. So how to read that line? So we have to use while loop. Okay, just declare one string, one line equal to null. Okay. So now first what we have to do, we have a buffer reader, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one, sorry, here is spelling mistake. So one line equal to beer dot read line. So just I read one line and I assign to one line. Okay. After that, what I had to do, I had to compare. So this should not equal to null.
No.
What is
Now
this?
there is no value, right?
Yes, yes,
So in this case, there is a value. This
yes.
time.
So why? So whenever you are reading one line, so it will assign the one line to this one line variable. Then you can print it here. Okay. So you are reading one line and you are checking it is not null, then you are printing it, correct?
Right.
So say for instance, you are reading the document and you reached the last line. A last line it will go XYZ. As part of next line, there is no next line after XYZ, right? So it will give you null. So null not equal to null, it is a false, then it will come out from the while loop.
Right.
Okay, once the reading part is done, you have to close your buffering system, buffer
Mm-hmm.
system. So now let me print or let me execute this one. So now we can able to see your data. Hi, hello to all, thank you, and XYZ.
Hmm.
So this part is clear, right? Just
Right.
we are reading one line and we are assigning to one line variable and we are checking it should not be null and we are printing it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Okay.
the basic difference between streams and buffers.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so this is clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we will go to some different topic. Okay, now the next topic is, so as per our discussion, object will be create, we will see the serialization next topic. Before going to the serialization, so we will see some little bit theory. So let's just consider this is a JVM and JVM is having heap, correct?
Right.
So inside the heap objects will be created, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So object will be created and that objects will be removed from the heap, or after some point of time who will do the task? Garbage collector. For time being we didn't discuss about garbage collector, we will discuss later. So
Okay.
objects will be created under heap, correct?
Right.
So once the usage of object is done, what JVM will do? JVM will remove the objects from the heap. Why? Because it's unnecessary objects, right?
Right.
So it will remove the objects from the heap.
Mm-hmm.
So developer will create the objects into the heap and JVM or sorry garbage collector will remove the objects. Once the usage is done, it will remove the objects from the heap so that you will get more memory, correct?
Okay.
So this point is clear, right?
Yeah, whenever the object is creating it in the heaps, that taking a space from the
Yes,
memory location, right?
correct. Yes. So if you keep on
So,
adding the objects, then the memory will be full.
yeah,
So
and
to
then
avoid, yeah,
mhm. And the garbage, the you said garbage, right?
collector, garbage collector.
The garbage collector
Mhm.
is after the execution, right? And the
Yes.
garbage collector takes a place and erase those.
It kick out all these unnecessary objects.
Okay.
So that is the purpose of garbage collector, and we will discuss about garbage collector more as part of next class. So just keep this point in your mind, and we will discuss what is the serialization concept. Okay.
Okay.
Now the question is, say for instance, is it is your JVM in your laptop in your machine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting. Can you give the object whatever you created to me? Another JVM. This is considered my system, and this is your system. Can you give the object whatever you created to me? I want to use it, your object, or in my heap. So how to transfer the object or from one heap to another heap, one JVM to another JVM? Can it be done? So basically it's a duplicate operation, right? So we are crossing the violation, correct? We are doing some violation process policies, correct?
Okay.
So to maybe you are creating a credit or customer object which is having credit card number, balance, password, maybe all those things is there in your object. If you will transfer that object to other JVM, so they can misuse the data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Okay.
Say for instance, you have created a customer object. Inside the customer, credit card number, password, balance, all those things are some fields having some values. If you transfer the entire object to some other JVM, so what will happen? So they can misuse that one, right?
Yeah.
But still, if we want to do, say for instance, if there is no confidential data, but we have to transfer, but there is a requirement, we have to transfer it. But still, it is a illegal operation, correct?
Okay.
JVM don't know. Yeah,
Why is it illegal operation?
it's
Because from my understanding, it's a two different platform. It's the same platform, but it's a two different mission, right?
maybe consider this is your office mission
Okay.
and this is your home mission.
Okay.
You should not send any documents or any things from office to your home, right?
Right.
Say for instance, you took some printout here in your office and you are coming out. The security people asked, give me the document. Maybe there is a very, it's not a confidential document, but still, the as per the policy, you should not take any print from the office to home.
Right.
So the security people don't know whether it's confidential or not. Correct?
Right.
As per security person, you should not take any print.
Right.
So it is a policy, but you are violating the policy here. Correct?
Right.
Maybe the document whatever you are trying to carry from office to home, it's not a confidential as per you. But because you are an
Right.
educated person, you know very well about your document, but the security person don't know. Correct?
Right.
He will stop you. So you will say, boss, you should not take any document. Please give it back. He may
Okay.
ask. So he may ask, right?
Right.
The same way here also, JVM will not do these kind of things. So
Hmm.
JVM will not allow to transfer the object from heap to out. So JVM need to kill the object. So that is the end of the life. So that is the life of object. But here, if you want to transfer the object from your heap to some file system, maybe you want to save into your hard disk or local system. So that is also illegal operation, correct?
Right.
So the object should save only in heap. It should not move to some local disk or some other system. So it's illegal operation.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, you should not copy the documents to your local system. That kind of policies. So to allow these things, but still we have to do this one. To allow these things, right? We have to mark the object as a serializable. We have to give some marking to the object. Means you need to get certified. So this is not a confidential document. We need to get some kind of what do you say, clearance, correct?
Right.
Then you can able to carry the document out. Then you can able to get out the object from the heap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will see this one first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write. So this theoretically you understood, right? What is the purpose of serialization?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Serialization meaning, so we are trying to save or persist the object from heap to into your file system, into your local disk.
Right.
If you can able to save the document in your D drive, then you can able to send to anyone, right?
Right.
Maybe you are trying to save the object into a file system. If the object is there in your file, then you can able to send through email or you can able to copy into a disk somewhere, right?
Right.
Okay, first we will see how to move the object from heap to a file. So this process is called serialization.
Okay.
So we are saving the object into the file system by using serialization concept.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
now let me write a simple program. File new Java project. So the project name I had given serialization demo and finish it. Okay, now this is our simple Java project and inside SRC right now everything is empty. Now let me create a simple package or class called Serialization Manager. So far it's clear, right? Theoretically you got some point, right? Some
Right.
maybe it will not give 100% sense, but we will see how to create an object into the heap and how to read the object and how to save into the file system.
Okay.
So then you will get more sense. So this is very important. You will get lot questions on interview. They will ask what is serialization. And here I said one point. We need to get clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
to get approval to do illegal operations. Still creating an object outside the heap, it's illegal operation, but still we need to tell to the heap, but still it is an illegal operation, but still I want to do it. So you need to tell explicitly to JVM, then only it will allow, otherwise it will not allow. So how to tell these kind of things to JVM? So we will see that thing. In your case, we need to get approval from your manager, correct?
Right.
So if you want to carry some documents from office to your home, so you need to get why we need to carry. I want to read at home the documents whenever I get time. So this is a business requirements, but still I need to read it at home. Something like that, correct?
Right.
The similar way here also we need to notify to the JVM, please allow this illegal operation, but still I want to do it. Something like that. Okay, now this is our serialization manager. First, I want to create a customer class, which is having some fields. Go to customer. So this is a customer class. And inside the same package, so let me create com.test. So this is our package. And remove this static void main. So this is your customer class. And this is your package. So now let's add the package for these two classes. So your manager class is ready and your customer class is ready. So inside the customer, I want to add private string name, one field, private string email, this is second field, and I want to add one more field, private string account number, three fields.
Mhm.
And to set the values, I'm going to generate constructor which is having three fields, three arguments as a constructor. So let me add it here, generate constructor using these three fields, select all the fields and finish it. So your constructor is ready, and remove this method. So now, so your customer object is ready and you can able to set the values by using this constructor, correct?
Right.
And if you want to see the values, we have to override the toString method, otherwise it will display customer dot at the rate of hexadecimal number, correct?
Mhm.
So to see the values, I'm going to override the toString method. This we have discussed right previously, why we need toString method.
ToString method.
Okay, we will see it later. For right now, I'm not going to override it. Just only default constructor is there and three arguments is there, correct?
Correct.
So this is clear, right?
Mhm.
So whenever you are creating an object, we have to create an object with by passing these values. Okay, let me create an object here. So how to create an object? Customer C equal to new
New customer.
customer, and this is the three argument constructor, correct?
Right.
So we have to pass, first one is ABC, the customer name is ABC and the email is ABC at the rate of email.com. And here I am passing some confidential information called my account number.
Mhm.
So this is my account number, it's a confidential information. So now customer object is ready. So now this object will be, whenever you are running this program, this object will be created under heap, right? This
Right.
customer object, correct?
Mhm.
So now object is created under heap. I want to save this object into a file system. Okay, so to save or to write the data into the file system, we are going to use file output stream.
Okay.
Sorry. And here you need to give some file name. So I want to write this data into a file. So file
Right.
f
I think there
equal
is
to, sorry, you are saying something, Raman?
file output equal FOS equal neo. It should, I think.
Yes, yeah, file output equal to new file customer.txt. So I'm trying to save this customer object into the customer text file.
Right.
So
Isn't it
here,
there is a line error? Is in line 12? It should be one equals and should be taken off before
yes, yeah,
FOI.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So now it is gone. So now I want to write this object into this file. So that's what I'm using, file output stream, and I'm trying to write. And file output stream is a constructor which is throwing an exception called file not found. So I need to provide try catch. So far it's clear, right? So
Yes.
now just
So,
yeah, tell me.
so at first I'm creating a customer object, right?
Correct. Yes.
From that I'm calling those method in that file in a serialization manager and whatever that I had the private constructor, and then I'm putting a value into it.
Correct.
After that, I'm creating a file for the customer file, and I'm putting an output, which is gonna put the value, whatever the
So
value
far,
that I did it, put it
yes.
there, it's gonna be outputted to the document.
Yes. So far we have not passed this object. Just object is there. So
Mm.
now we have to write this object into this file, correct? So we have
Right,
to write this customer C object. So to write the data into this file, so this is
mm,
an object, right? This is not a plain text, correct?
right.
So to write an object into a file system, we have to use object output stream. Object output stream equal to new object output stream, and we have to pass here FOS. So here its object output stream is a class and it is available under java.io package, and this constructor will throw an exception of type IO exception. So we have to write one more catch block, IO exception. So this multi-catch block, because this line is creating this exception and this line is creating this exception. This is clear?
Okay. Yeah, two different exception for the two different line,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Object
yes.
solution. Right.
So now I want to write this C object into this file. So to write the data into the by using an object. So here we have an object C. Now I'm trying to write the data into the stream. So here write object. So and I'm passing the corresponding object. Which object I want to write? Once your writing is done, so you have to close the stream.
Okay.
So far it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the way to write the object. So we have to use, so this is not a plain text, right? This is an object, complex object. So we have to use object output stream and object output stream dot write object and pass the corresponding object.
Okay.
So now at the end, you can add object write part is done, correct?
Right.
But still there is one more point. We have not taken any clearance from the JVM. We are trying to write the data into file, correct? So this is a illegal operation, correct?
Right.
Still
Mm-hmm.
we have not taken any clearance from the JVM. So let me run this program and we will see what kind of any issue will. If you see here, right? So what it's telling, not serialization exception. Meaning JVM is not allowing, it is failing basically. It is telling you should not serialize this object.
Hmm.
It is not allowing, it is giving, it's raising an exception. It's failed. If you see here, right? I don't know whether file is created or not. So let me run it. So file is created, and if you see, right, file is created and there is some data is there. It is an exception basically, not serializable. It's not a valid data. See, you are not able to read this data basically.
Mm, right.
It's a byte format. You are not able to read, but it failed. So the data whatever it is available in this file, it is not a valid data what we are expecting. It is some exception message.
All right.
So basically there is no customer data in this document, but
Mm.
still you are not able to read clearly. But still if you see here, not serializable exception. So this exception whatever you are seeing here, it dumped everything into the file system.
Mm. Okay.
So how we need to get clearance, then only you can able to save the data. So to get the clearance, what you have to do here, so go to this customer object. So this object we are trying to save, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to implement one interface called marker interface. So serializable, it is an interface, it is available under this package. So this interface we used to call as a marker interface. So this is an interface, but it don't have any implementation method, just an interface, empty interface. Did you see this interface having any methods?
Nope.
So this is a just interface and it don't have any method. So this kind of interface we used to call as a marker interface. So what is the purpose of this marker interface? If you implement this marker interface, then JVM will allow to serialize this object. Otherwise, it will not allow. So this is the clearance. Now we got a clearance.
All right.
So if you see here, right, if you keep your cursor, so there is some kind of warning message. So for timing, you can ignore the warning. We will see. We'll try to run the program again back one more time. Come here and let me run it. See now, you see this object right part is done. Correct?
Right.
Now,
So,
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
so going back to the okay, Serialization Manager, right?
Mhm.
It case customer and then yeah. Wait a minute. Can you go to the customer, please? The
Yes. Only the line what we added is only this implement serializable interface.
so after everything was remain same as the output stream, but whenever we are implementing it, right, we just implementing it in order to print it, right? We have to implement the serialization, right, in this class.
Yes, the serialization is the what is the purpose, you know. So we are trying to write the object into the file, right? So JVM will not allow. Just to get a clearance, we have to implement. We have to give some marking for this object by implementing this serializable interface.
Right. Another word extending that class. Okay.
And serialization don't have any method. It is just empty interface.
It's just an empty interface, but it's a programming approval.
Yes, it is approval. Yes.
Okay.
So now if you see your customer.txt, you can able to see some data. See your credit card number is there and your email is there, but still you are not able to see the data, but everything is there. Everything is, but still it is trying to give some security. See,
Hmm.
email is there, but see here, this data you are not able to read it, right? But still JVM is providing security for you. So
Okay.
now your object is there in your text file. So now you can send this text file, you can email to your whatever, wherever you want to send. So now object is there, object is saved into this text file.
Hmm.
So now how to read this object? So now you saved object into the file system by using this piece of line, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So now let me comment out this line. Now object I saved successfully into a file system. Now I want to read the object back from the file system.
Okay.
So how to read it? So to read the data, so what we have to use? So we have to use this same file, correct?
All right.
So
And
now
then also we need to create the customer C.
you no need to create custom. Yes, we have to, customer object is ready, we need to read the file and we need to assign that object to a customer object, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we no need to create like this. I don't want to create like this. So I will just write me that piece of code, file input stream, file input stream equal to new file input stream f. So far the writing part is clear, right, Kraval?
Right.
So it's just we have written, now we are trying to read the data from the same file. So if you see, right, so there is a 2 lines we have written, so we have to provide try catch.
For each of them, right.
Yes, for each of them, correct. So now copy the same line into that same try block and provide one more. So this is generating IO exception. So copy it. IO exception. Oh shit, again it went up. So we have to paste it here down. And we have to paste it here equal to here. So then remove the slides. So now it is clear, right? So file input stream and object input stream, and then we are trying to read the values. So
Just give
now,
me a,
yeah,
no, just give me a second to analyze this the format. Okay, I'm creating a file and file input stream and then output stream, and then I put the exception. Okay, to error handle. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
just we are reading the same file, customer only.
you're right.
So now customer object input dot read object. So here write object, and in this case write read object. We have to call read object method from the input stream. So what is the what kind of object we are expecting? We are expecting customer object, right?
Right.
So copy this line and try to assign this object to customer. So it is written in object type, so we need to downcast it to our own object. And this read object is a method, and it is throwing an exception type, compile time exception. The exception name is class not found. So we have to provide one more class exception block here. So class not found. Once your object read part is done, what you have to do? So you have to close the stream. So now you got your customer object, correct?
Right.
So now how to read the values? So let me print the value c dot. So we are not able to read it. Why? Because we don't have setter getter. We have not overridden the toString method. So just let me run it, whether you will get the object or not. We'll see. See, you got an object, correct?
Right.
Did you see anywhere customer c equal to new customer? We have not created, correct?
Right.
But still we are getting the object. We are not able to see the values because we have not overridden the toString method. Correct?
Right. Kind of
So
lost
that's
me.
what I told, right? We have to override the toString method initially. So if you want to
So,
see the values, so what you have to override the toString method, then you can able to see the values. Generate setter getter, select all the values and finish it. Sorry, you have to override the toString method. Source code hash generate toString method and finish it. So now let me rerun the program. Maybe we can able to see the lines right now. See now, if you see, right, invalid error came. So it is failed, right? Why we are getting that failure, So when we are trying to save the object into the file system, so that time this piece of code was not there in the object, correct?
right.
But right now we are expecting an object which is having toString method.
Okay.
So the both objects are incompatible, correct? Whatever
Right.
object we saved as part of this piece of line, so that time we don't have any toString method. So now we are expecting toString method. We are assigning a new object here, so it is failing. Just to fix that one, what you have to do, we have to recreate the object again one more time. First try to recreate the object and comment out the reading part. What I'm trying to do, again I'm saving the object into the file system. Just run it. Now object is saving is done. Now comment out this line. So now I'm trying to read the object back. Read it. And yes, see here, you got the values back. Did you see anywhere customer C equal to new customer? This line, this piece of code is commented.
No, but I don't say the previous value.
See here, this is the commented code. You will see the name is ABC, email equal to ABC email, credit card number or account number is 1234. So here
Right.
you are printing the values.
Okay, I think I have to review this video. Yeah, but confused. Yeah, I think if I review this video, I'll
Yes,
be
yes.
able to.
But okay, if you can review the video, then you will get a clearance. I mean, full clear. So far, it's clear, right? You got some idea, right?
Yeah, I have to. I got some idea of the initial serialization. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
more of the concept.
But there is one more point is there.
Okay.
Let me tell you that point also. It's the last point.
Sure.
Okay. So far, just we are writing the data into the file, and we are reading the file. We are reading the object from the same file.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So let's go back to this uh, customer object. Say for instance, so this customer object you saved into file, correct? This customer object, correct?
Right.
So after that, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to modify the customer object, or I'm going to rename the fields. I can rename, right? I can modify this object, correct?
Right.
So what I'm telling you, so if you deposit some amount into your account by using manual process, they will give some reference number to you, right?
Right.
So what is the, if you raise any complaint, so you will get some reference number, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the purpose of that number? That is only for your tracking purpose, correct?
Right.
So here also we will get some tracking number, whether the object is saved or not. So you will get a tracking number. That tracking number you have to use when you are trying to retrieve the object back. This is one of the additional security feature. So how we will get the tracking number?
We have.
So
Okay.
I will tell you that one. Okay. So this is our original object, correct?
Right.
So we need to generate it at a unique or tracking number. So how we are going to generate the tracking number? If you see here, right, customer C, and you will see a kind of yellow warning,
Mm-hmm.
correct? So just keep cursor here and just click one time, then it will see here add generated serial version number.
Okay.
Just click here. This is your reference number. What is the purpose of this reference number? I saved the object into the file system with this reference number. I am going to retrieve the object with by using same serial number. So basically it is not
Can
required for you.
Yeah.
So JVM will use this serial number,
Okay. Can you
meaning,
do it?
yeah, tell me, you're asking something.
Yeah, I said, can you do it again?
One more
Sorry.
time. Okay, let me delete it. If you delete it, right, so you will get some kind of warning.
Okay.
So did you see this? It's a kind of warning, right?
Right.
So just click here, one single click, then you will get these menu options.
Okay.
So just select the
Generate
generated
serial.
serial version number. So how the serial number will be generated, that is based on your data. So JVM having its own algorithm, so it will generate this serialization data.
Okay.
So say for instance you deposited money into your account. Okay, so they will give some reference number to you, or else you call to customer care and you completed something, they will give some serial number, some reference number. It should be there in their system, right? Then only it is a valid, correct?
Right.
If they will give some dummy number which is not exist in the system, it's no use for you, right?
Right.
In the similar way, here also JVM will create this serial number based on your data. Even if you regenerate the same, I mean again and again, you will get same number. So if you see the ending is 7722, right? So now what I want to do, I will delete it and again I will try to recreate it. So let me see whether it will generate same number or not. Did you see this? Even though it is not maintaining any database, but still it is having its own algorithm to generate the number based on the fields. So this is for tracking purpose. If previously you had a warning, now the warning is gone. Now it is clear, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's quite confusing to me,
Yes,
but
yes.
yeah.
Maybe you have to read this. I mean, you have to visit the video one more time, then you will get more clarity.
Right.
So, say for instance, if you modify the object, meaning what I'm going to do, I'm going to corrupt the object. So, I'm going to add customer some data. I modified this one, right? I saved it. So now, whenever I am trying to read the object, what will happen?
Okay.
It failed. Because whatever you are expecting the object, it is not there in this file. Correct? I modified the file. So I reverted and now I can able to read this object. See, at any point of time, even if I send this text file to your email ID and you can write this piece of code, these three lines by writing simple client program, and you can able to get the values.
Okay.
Okay, now we have still it is not completed, still we have some more points. Say for instance, here it's a confidential information, correct? The account number and password fields. Some fields I don't want to save into the file system. These two are not confidential, but this is a very confidential information. I don't want to allow users to save into the file system. How to stop these kind of things? I want to save rest of the fields, but I don't want to save only these fields.
Okay.
So to allow these kind of things, we have to make these fields as a static. Now this field is static, right?
Right.
And this is a static, and I'm going to add one more field called password. So I don't want to save account number and password into the file system. Even though you are trying to, you can able to serialize only these two fields, but I don't want to allow. If you don't want to allow them to serialize these two fields, you have to make either static or volatile.
Right. And top of that, you implemented. Okay.
Yes, yes. Again, we have to regenerate this constructor, and where is this source
Then I using fields.
constructor, and right again one more thing, toasting method. Correct?
Okay.
Because this is a very confidential information. We will
Right, but I'm back a little bit. Can
we
you
will yeah.
explain the public string to string? That one, what is that
Which one?
for?
This
Or
one?
that one? Yeah,
This
this
is a
block.
toasting method. Toasting method.
Okay, that's a different method than the other one. The other one, I'm holding the variable and everything, and then printing it
So
out, right?
this is a constructor, and this is a toasting method.
Right. But I kind of got confused with the two string. What is the two string method is doing?
Two string method is just to whenever you are printing the values. So whenever you are printing the values, if you want to see the values like this, you have to
Right.
override the two string method. Otherwise, what it will display a customer at the rate of some hexadecimal number. It will not display the values.
Oh, okay, 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 got it.
Get it right? So that's what we are overriding the two string method.
Okay.
Okay, now what I will do, just I will revert the changes. We will see these two examples, static and violate volatile variable tomorrow. So I will just, I'm going to revert these things and I will upload these files and you can verify
Right.
these things. Yes. Now there is no static volatile. We will see that tomorrow. What is the purpose
Yeah.
of how to eliminate some
Right.
confidential
Yeah,
information.
yeah, I'm gonna go over the video.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you can check the video with the things whatever we discussed with name, email, and account number only. There is no static, there is no volatile. That two fields we will see tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
So far, it's just verify the video, and if you have any questions, we will discuss tomorrow. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Fine, no problem.